family, friends, health, and spirit. Work is made of rubber. Once it falls, it bounces back. But the ball of family, friends, health, and spirit is made of glass. Once this falls, it is never the same again. It either gets broken, is D-shaped, or gets cracked. So choose your priorities and lead a balanced life. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the second meeting of Virtuo Masters Club. Before we proceed further, I would like to remind you all of the certain rules which we follow in our club meetings. First, please put your phone on silent mode. We do not talk about sex, religion, or politics in a derogatory manner. And since it's a virtual meeting, there are a few more rules which we would like to follow. If your video is on, please sit in an upright position. Do not switch on and off your video when a speaker is speaking. Do not unmute yourself and speak while the other speaker is giving his or her speech. Now, without wasting any more time, I would like to welcome on stage someone who has been a homemaker and loves spending time with her family and raising her kids. But amongst all these, she realized that she wanted some time to devote to herself and work on upgrading herself. She was missing an opportunity, an intellectual opportunity to be with people. And since she already knew about Toastmasters, what could be a better place than Toastmasters to be? So ladies and gentlemen, with a big round of applause, please welcome our President, Toastmaster Seema Ramesh. Over to you, Toastmaster Seema Ramesh.
Thank you so much. Let's keep it going for our very versatile and vivacious Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Shweta. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction, and thank you so much for that lovely story to start off our meeting. I would like to welcome all of you once again, all Toastmasters and guests to this meeting, the second meeting of Virtuo Masters Club. It is a pleasure to have you all here with us. Before I start the meeting officially, I would like to just share some sad news with you all. Our very dear charter member, Satyadev Basu DTM, is undergoing a very traumatic time right now because he lost his dear father yesterday. His father has been ill for quite some time. However, I'm sure the family is undergoing a lot of stress and trauma. So I would like to kindly request all of you to share your prayers with the grieving family. And if you could please maintain a 1 minute silence for the departed soul. Thank you. Thank you very much. Losing a dear friend or a loved one, or whatever it is, whether it be a pet, your favorite pet, or even if you have lost some material thing, it brings in us a lot of sadness, and sometimes we find it very difficult to deal with. During these times, we have a certain factor in nature that is called time. Time helps us forget. Time helps us move on. Time helps us revive ourselves. By forget, I do not mean entirely that you forget the loved one or forget the pain. It is just you keep it back in the corner of your mind and you know that pain is still there and that pain might always help you or be with you at all times. But time helps you move forward and not to live in the past. It is essential that we do not try and live in the past. We revive the past once in a while. We try to think about the past and where we can improve on what things that we did wrong in the past, or we can share the beautiful memories of the past. Now, this is one thing which I've learned in Toastmasters. Toastmasters is a place where as we learn to be fantastic speakers, ultra fantastic leaders, in the learning process, we undergo a lot of hiccups, a lot of challenges. And during this time, we undergo a lot of pain as well. But Toastmasters is an arena where we get a lot of encouragement to try and bypass all that pain and move forward. I welcome you all once again to the second meeting of Virtual Masters Club. At this point, I would like to invite all the guests to kindly introduce themselves and tell us about yourself in a sentence or two and how you came to know about Virtual Masters Club. I would first like to invite our guest who has, I think, come in here for the second time, Pratiti Dasgupta. If you could please unmute yourself and introduce yourself, Pratiti.
Good evening, ma'am. My name is Pratiti Dasgupta and I'm a student of Bhawanipur Education Society College. From my childhood, I had a phobia of public speaking and I was trying to find somewhere which could hone my public speaking skills as well as give me insight into the leadership process. And the Toastmasters seems the perfect opportunity for me to hone my skills, and also staying with you respected members, speaking with you is an experience in itself.
You're absolutely right, Pratiti. I hope you have a very good experience in this meeting as well. I would like to invite guest Nidhi Yaduka.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening to all of you. My name is Nidhi Yaduka. I am the student of Institute of Chartered Accountant of India. I completed my graduation and I want to come forward and speak because I am an extrovert. I am not an introvert. That's why I joined it. And my sir, where I am an article, C. Ambrish Bhuvania said me, this is the best platform from where you get some confidence and leadership quality. Thank you so much.
You're absolutely in the correct place, and thank you, Toastmaster Amrish, for guiding Nidhi. And we have a very large CA fraternity in Toastmasters, by the way. So I welcome you once again to our meeting today. I'd like to move on to guest, I think, Prasenjit. Is it Prasenjit De?
I Prasenjit De of Bhawanipur College. From Pratiti, I get this information. There is public speaking and leadership quality. I find this place myself because somehow I want to be a leader or
Right.
speak in front of everyone, but I get confused what to talk, what to say. And I was from beginning, I was from Bengali medium.
Okay.
And I am struggling for knowing to have a good public speaking and no good vocabulary of English. So I joined here.
Oh, that's great. That's great. A huge round of applause, please, for guest Prasenjit. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you have a very enriching meeting. I can see a Sangeeta Agarwal. Yeah. You can see a Sangeeta Agarwal with
Hello.
the title of CA. Yeah.
Hello. Yeah. Hello, myself C.A. Sangeeta Agrawal.
Right.
Hello. Yeah,
Hello.
I come to know this place through through my sir, Amrish Bhuania ji. He is
Okay.
a member of Toastmaster Club. I
Yes.
come to know this place through him.
Right. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you have a very, very good time at the meeting today.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
I'd like to also invite Dr. Rupesh Singh, Toastmaster from Kolkata Toastmasters Club, is it?
Hi everyone. Yes, from the Kolkata Toastmaster Club, and I'm part of this new club as well. So by profession, I'm consultant from Ernst & Young, and part of KTM or Toastmaster journey from last 2 years, and very happy to be part of this Toastmaster Club and meeting virtually. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster. Well, I think, are there any more guests, please? Right, okay. So we can move on with the meeting then. As we move on in the meeting, a typical Toastmasters meeting is conducted by a person who is known as the Toastmaster of the day. In layman's language, that is the Master of Ceremonies or the MC. Now, this person is has a huge responsibility in a meeting, because this person, the TMOD, as they are known in short form, is the person who has to conduct the entire meeting and set a tone to the meeting of the day. Now, before I introduce the Toastmaster of the day today, I have known her for a little while, not that too long. I've known her for a little while, and I honestly began becoming curious about her when I realized that she was a master in conducting debates and quizzes. And I used to see her in all these WhatsApp open forums and all that, and she was very active in that way. And I began to wonder, okay, now she seems to be very interesting as a Toastmaster. And a couple of times I heard her speak as well when I visited her club, Elite Toastmasters Club. And little did I realize that I would understand what sort of a passionate Toastmaster she is. So I did a little bit of research about her, because I needed to know more about her. And I've understood that even before she came to Calcutta and joined as a Toastmaster here, she was a Toastmaster way back in Muscat, where she was earlier. And her passion is so strong that she was even able to urge her husband, Rajat Ray, to become a Toastmaster himself. Now, I need to take tips from her for that, because I've been in Toastmasters for 4 years and none of my family members are interested in that. So I really need to take tips from her. Without further ado, I would like to introduce you to the Toastmaster of the day today, Toastmaster Panna Ray, who is a very, very dedicated and an extremely graceful lady. So put your hands together for the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Panna Ray.
Everyone, thank you, President Seema, for that wonderful introduction. I'm really touched and honored. Good evening, everyone. I'm your Toastmaster of the day, like the President introduced, and the Toastmaster of the day is the role is very much like that of an MC, meaning that I'll be carrying today's show forward while collecting it with a common theme. My theme for today is Tell Me Your Dreams, where I reached out to different role players and they told me their dreams, which I will share with all of you. Friends, you know something? My mom was a very interesting person and she used to, have vivid dreams. And her dreams used to continue on consecutive nights till it made a perfect story. Till date, I don't know whether she used to make them up or really dream them. But it used to make breakfast time very interesting for us kids. Friends, I'm very much like my mother, and I also have very, very vivid dreams. And strangely, most of the time, I'm able to recall all the details when I wake up. You know something? I used to also sleepwalk and talk in my sleep. Luckily, that has stopped Luckily for Rajat, yeah. Okay, now I want to share with you one of my vivid dreams. And mind you, this happened during my afternoon nap, not at night. One afternoon when I was in Muscat, I dreamt that there was a loud screeching noise from the road below. I rushed to the balcony door, and through the glass I could see that on the road below, 3 armored trucks had stopped on the middle of the road in such a way that it blocked traffic. Then armed men with automatic weapons spilled out from the trucks and took threatening stance. Suddenly, they started lobbing grenades at the nearby buildings and cars. And I saw, okay, wait. I'm getting carried away with my dreams and forgetting my role over here, right? Okay, let me get back to it. For the benefit of the guests, let me mention that a typical Toastmaster session has 3 segments, starting with the prepared speeches, then it is followed by the impromptu speech section or the table topic session, and that is followed by the evaluation section. The general evaluator, who is the head of the evaluation section, is the most important player in a Toastmaster session, as she is the one who will give a report on all the role players. Friends, when I asked the general evaluator to tell me her dreams, she said she dreamt about her parents a lot, who she lost about 10 years ago. One such recurring dream is about her parents holding the hands of both her daughters. She sees only their hands, not the full figure, full figure of her parents or her daughters. She sees only the grandparents holding the granddaughter's hands. She says it's a happy dream as it makes her feel that her parents are looking after their granddaughters from wherever they are. I'm sure they are, Toastmaster Seema. I'm sure they're very much with you in spirit. Now, it is time to hand over the mic to a very capable general evaluator for today, Toastmaster Seema Ramesh. The mic is yours, general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Panna, for the wonderful introduction. Sorry, I'm already into evaluating mode. Good evening once again. I'm the general evaluator today, and I would just like to specify that this is one of the toughest and challenging roles, but extremely satisfying roles in a Toastmaster meeting. Because we Toastmasters, we always depend on feedback. Wherever we are, in whichever area we are in our speeches or in our leadership capacity, we always wait for that feedback to improve. It does not matter if you are one of the distinguished Toastmasters several times over, you always look out for that feedback to improve yourself. And as a general evaluator today, I will be evaluating the meeting as a whole, as well as individual speeches, the prepared speeches, the table topic speeches, as well as the evaluators. And in order to do so, I have got an entire team. I call them my happy musketeers. So this team consists of the evaluators of individual speeches, as well as role players, very, very important role players. The first musketeer is known as the timer. And today's timer is Toastmaster Shilpa Agarwal. I would like to introduce Toastmaster Shilpa, and this is the role that she's playing for the first time. So a huge round of applause, please, Toastmaster Shilpa, if you could kindly introduce your role to the audience.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Time has some serious issues with me. It runs faster when it comes to know that I'm getting late and I want it to wait. But when I'm not having fun and I want it to pass, it chooses not to run. But today, time will go neither fast nor slow. It will go just according to my stopwatch. Hello, Toastmasters. I am the timer for today. My role as timer is monitoring time during prepared speeches, table topics, and evaluations. I will show the green card at the minimum time the yellow card at the mean time, and red card at the maximum time. And I'll keep showing the red card until the speaker stops speaking. However, for prepared speeches and speech evaluations, there is a grace period of 30 seconds, both on the lower side and higher side of the time, to qualify for the awards. For table topics, grace periods is only on the higher side. For example, if the prepared speech timeline is 5 to 7 minutes, I will show green card at 5 minutes, yellow card at 6 minutes, and red card at 7 minutes. So the qualifying time will be 4 minutes 30 seconds to 7 minutes 30 seconds, as 30 seconds is grace period on both the sides. At the end of the meeting, I will present my report of time for each participant when I'll be asked by the general evaluator. This will contemplate you if you delivered your presentation within the allotted time frame. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shilpa, for that very comprehensive explanation of your role. I would just like to add on that the evaluation time slot is 2 to 3 minutes, and the table topic time slot is 1 to 2 minutes, with a grace period of on the upper side, as Toastmaster Shilpa has explained, for the table topic, and the evaluation, there's a grace period on the upper and the lower side as well. Thank you so much. Next, Musketeer. I'm very glad to have him. He is the Vice President Education of this club, very enigmatic person. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Krishnesh Nayak as the counter for today. Toastmaster Krishnesh, if you could kindly explain your role, please.
Good evening, dear Toastmasters, guests, and Madam General Evaluator. Someone great said that when you come onto the stage and you feel nervous, take a deep breath, take a pause, wait for the negativity to flow out, positivity will flow in, and then start speaking again. Very inspiring words, but what he forgot to say was, when you take that pause, if it is long and if it is inappropriate, there will be a heartless R counter just like me, who will note it down next to your name that you had a long pause or an R. That being said, my role as an R counter today will be to keep a tab on all the speakers who come on the screen and to take down what are the overused words and interjections which they use as crutch words or as filler words. Some examples are too many uses of and to connect too many sentences, but, although, as you know, basically, and other such words. I will also be keeping a tab of long pauses and repetition of the beginning of the sentences. When called upon at the end of the meeting, I will share my report. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Krishnesh, for explaining your role very well. Now we need to really be aware of our ahs and ums and long pauses. So everybody be alert. Now the last but not the least musketeer today is the grammarian, the Renan Martin of today's meeting. I would like to introduce Toastmaster Ashutosh as the grammarian for today. Toastmaster Ashutosh, if you could kindly explain your role, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster Seemaji. Thanks so much for your introduction. Thanks. Hello, fellow Toastmasters, friends, and dear guests. One of the books which I dreaded most during my school days was this Renan Martin. And if you don't know, Renan Martin, at least at that point in time, used to be Bible of English grammar when I did my Madhyamik and higher secondary. And friends, life is a circle. I'm here again. I'm here as your grammarian. So as grammarian, my role is going to be take a note of all the good usages which we are making while we are speaking. And also at the same point in time, I'll try and give the feedback, constructive feedback, which can actually help us in improving. I want to reiterate, it's not just the mistakes which I'm going to count, but the excellent skillful usage of good English is also something which we are going to count. I am also the one who is supposed to give the word for the day today, adding on one more extra word to your word hoard. And so let me introduce our word for today. And the word for today is contemplate. I hope you're able to see that on your screen right now. The word is contemplate. The meaning of this word is think deeply about something. Few of the synonyms are meditate, observe, study, design. Antonyms are ignore, overlook, wait, abandon. In order to pronounce this correctly, we can divide this in 3 syllables: contemplate. Contemplate. In US English, we can also call it contemplate. A very quick usage of this word. In order to contemplate, one must have something to contemplate. A life without dream provides no chance of contemplation. So with this, I will request all these speakers, please don't just contemplate about using our word of the day. And I will request you to use this word of the day, contemplate, whenever and wherever you get chance. I'm going to take a note of the words which we are using throughout this speech. And at the end of the meeting, we'll share the report when asked by Madam General Evaluator. So without much further contemplation, I will hand it over back to you, General Evaluator Seema. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashutosh, for that wonderful word of the day, as well as explaining your role. Well, that's it for me right now. I will take a note of the entire meeting, as well as all the evaluations and the speeches. And I will get back to you at the end of the meeting. So I would like to hand it over to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Panna. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Seema, for introducing your team, your musketeers. Now let me continue with the dream I was recanting earlier. When those grenades were locked, the cars and houses started bursting into flames and fire started reaching my building. My first response was to rush out of the house and ring the bells on all the flats on my floor so that everyone was alerted of the danger. Then I rushed back to the house thinking what all I should take. What were the most important items that I would need? Then my mind cleared and I remembered that Rajat, my husband, had prepared and kept a small trolley suitcase for such emergencies, which had all our passports and important documents. So I picked that up and picked up my cat and prepared to leave. Stepping out of my house, I noticed that my next door neighbor rushing around the flat in complete panic, not knowing what to do. And I realized how important it is to have a solid plan for all eventualities. Friends, if you contemplate, you will realize that planning is very important in all parts of our life and also in our Toastmasters sessions, especially the prepared speeches. I'm sure that all our speakers today have planned very well and they are here to give us a treat. To start the prepared speech section, let me call in the first evaluator who will give the project criteria for the first speaker, who's going to deliver a level 1 speech from the path Innovative Planning. Handing over the mic to the first evaluator, Toastmaster Vishesh Mehra.
हाँ ले लो सारा बोल दो काट देगी थाली पे रख के
I would request everybody to kindly unmute, to mute yourselves, please. Everybody in this meeting, kindly mute yourselves. Except for the person speaking.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Over to you, Evaluator Vishesh Mehra. Mic is yours.
Ma'am. Good evening, one and all present here. The purpose of this project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. The purpose of this speech is for the member to present a speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. Timer, please note the speech length is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best to the speaker. Back to you, the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishesh, rather, sorry. You've heard the project criteria. Now, it's time to hear the speech. Here's Toastmaster Amrish Bhuvania's speech, titled 2 Blessings. 2 Blessings, Toastmaster Amrish. The mic is yours.
Good evening, everyone.
You're audible, Toastmaster Amrish. Please continue. Thank you.
Good evening, dear Toastmasters and guests. The year was 2011. It was a regular day of November. After a tiring, hectic and restless day, I went back to my home. I contemplated that my beautiful wife, Rita, had a magnificent green halo on her face. I asked her what it was. Little did I know that I was going to be told one of the best news of my life. I am going to be a father, she said. On listening that, I was filled with excitement. My joys knew no bounds, but also a sense of caution crept in. At that time, I was residing in Toliganj, and my parents lived in my hometown, Sultanganj in Bihar. So I requested them to move in with us immediately, as my wife and I would require their blessings and support during those times. But due to certain circumstances, they were unable to move instantly. I had also just then started my practice as a chartered accountant and established a firm after resigning from Reliance Industries, and was also facing the struggle of developing my firm. Therefore, Rita had to stay all alone at home all day, which at times concerned me a lot. The days of her regular visit to the doctor were only days out for her. Gradually, time passed, and I convinced my parents to come to Kolkata and stay with us. Their presence at home was comfortable for me, as I was less worried about Rita being alone at home. On 20th July 2012, my wife went into labor. My mother comforted her and asked her to bear some pain, as it would be some time before we reached to the hospital. After reaching hospital, she was immediately taken for the further tests and procedures. The thought of having a boy or girl really never bothered me. All I wanted was a healthy baby. Actually, to be honest, I was more eager to have a girl, but my family member wanted first child as a boy. Around 11:30 a.m., the doctor came out from the operation theater and informed us that I became a father of a lovely girl. He brought her to us. I saw her tiny face and closed eyes. Her beautifully grown hair and cuteness made me overwhelmed with joy. Tears rolled down from my cheek, and I silently, in my heart, thanked God for everything. My family members were also very happy, despite wanting first child as a boy. We celebrated her arrival with lots of happiness. She became the life of my family. My parents does not feel good when she is not around even for short time. We named her Dishita, which means focused, one who knows directions. But in Marwari families, there is always a deep-seated desire of having a boy as one of the children. Initially, I had decided not to have any more kids and do all the things for Dishita only. But when I saw some kids with siblings, then slowly I realized that it would be nice for Dishita to have a lifelong friend. After 3 years, we decided to have our second child. And when my wife got pregnant, no stone was left unturned by my family member to praise the God, so that I get a boy this time, as I already had a doctor. After looking at the symptoms of my wife, experienced ladies of my family has announced that I'm going to have a boy this time. I don't know how a person can say after looking a pregnant woman that there's a boy or girl in her womb. This time, doctor had already given an appointment in advance for delivery, and we admitted her accordingly on 4th October 2016. Around 2:30 p.m., the doctor came out from the operation theater and handed over a gorgeous baby to me. It was a girl, a blessing from God. My parents seemed a bit disappointed with this as they were expecting a boy this time. Few days later, my wife got discharged from the hospital and we came back to home. We went on with the rituals need to be done and named her Ravya, which means worshipped. I thanked God from all my heart, and although my parents had taken some time to accept the fact, when I see them today playing together, fighting on silly things, then I realize that it is for what I am living. They provide me with the motivation and strength, and I can go to the ends of the world for them. Having a daughter make you see things in a different way. They will make you feel and see the softer emotion. They teach you how to be a complete human being. One of the greatest gifts I have ever received are my daughters. I don't know about the textile brand Raymond's, but with two blessings, I can say that I'm a complete man. What you say, Master of Ceremonies? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amrish, for sharing a speech that was straight from your heart. Now let me share with everyone Toastmaster Amrish's dream. When I asked Toastmaster Amrish to tell me his dreams, he said that he dreamt about an adventure trip to the jungle with his friends, where they were traveling around in a jeep. Initially, they weren't able to see any tigers or elephants, but suddenly there were 3 tigers in front of the jeep, and they really got scared. Then suddenly his friend turned into a superhero and fought and chased the tigers away. He didn't know his friend was a superhero, but was very happy that he was. Wow, it looks like I'm not the only one with interesting dreams, huh? Nice one, Toastmaster Amrish. Friends, now it's time to hear the project criteria for the second speaker, who will be delivering a level 3 speech from his path, Persuasive Influence. Handing over the mic to the second evaluator, Toastmaster Nitya Bairagi, for the project criteria. Toastmaster Nitya Bairagi, the mic is yours.
Very good evening, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. The speaker is going to deliver a speech from Level 3 Project 1 from the Pathways Persuasive Influencing. The purpose of this project is for the member to develop or enhance his or her understanding of the steps and strategies to address conflict. The purpose of this speech for the member to share some aspect of his or her experience learning about and or resolving conflict. Since the speaker is delivering the project from level 3, I will also the speaker some of the other criteria like clarity, vocal variety, eye contact, gestures, audience awareness, comfort level, interest, and topic also. Timer, please note the time is 5 to 7 minutes, and over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you for the crisply laid out project criteria, Toastmaster Nitya. Now it's time to hear the speech from Toastmaster Anurag Jain with the speech title, Do You Have a Sibling? Do you have a sibling? Toastmaster Anurag, the mic is yours.
Hello there. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Do you have a sibling? I'm not talking about the same gender, the opposite gender, Are you blessed with her? Or are you cursed with her? Well, I am for sure cursed with a demonic younger sister. I'll tell you the reason, rather reasons why. When I was in my middle school in the year 2008, September 21st, I was glued to the television. I was watching the finals of World Wrestling Champions. John Cena was fighting against Randy Orton, two of the best fighters in the history. Randy Orton gave a right blow, which John Cena defended. John Cena gives a left blow, then a right uppercut. He's about to give his knockout punch and pin Randy Orton down. I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic. What? My evil sister just changed the channel. I was filled with anger. My eyes raised for vengeance. I thought of executing that unfinished knockout punch on her. But as an elder brother and a firm believer in non-violence, I just cried. And I cried out loud, loud enough to awaken my father from his deep slumber. He came into the room and quickly understood what might have happened. He took me in his arms, wiped off my tears, kissed on my forehead, and then he bribed me with the dairy milk. I mean, it's dairy milk after all. He just bought my silence with it. Fast forwarded 10 years down the line. In the year 2018, January 21st, when I was in my college. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear sister. Happy birthday to you. Tell me, what do you want for your 18th birthday? I want to learn how to drive a car. What? Do you know half of the accidents on the road are because of women? You might all learn how to drive, but you are not sensible enough to do it. Now, I shouldn't have generalized the statement to all the women. She somehow felt the need to defend and advocate on behalf of the whole female fraternity. You guys, you don't give me the car keys, huh? You just want to take control of everything. If you really want to give me something, then that is what I want. It is her 18th birthday. I do not want to ruin it. So I kept all my pride and prejudice aside and taught her how to drive a car. Today, when I reflect upon these instances, I realize that I learned two ways of conflict resolution. One is when I taught her how to drive a car. I was empathetic towards her feelings. I kept aside all my preconceived notion and taught her how to drive a car. Friends, we all live in our own virtual reality, which is limited with our own experiences. And it becomes very difficult for us to see the reality from other person's point of view. But to grow and develop, we need to see and experience the other person's reality. The second conflict resolution that I learned from her was when things go out of control, then a third party intervention might resolve the issue, just like my father did. Today, in my corporate life, I have incorporated these two lessons. You know, in corporate, there is this three-letter word, E-G-O, ego, that takes over all the rational mind. I was assigned a project in which I had to do a market survey of consumer consumption habits. So I thought of preparing a questionnaire and circulating it via Google Forms. but my boss wanted the questionnaire to be printed and circulated. Now you know that my method was much more effective and efficient. But who is going to convince my boss? He's so stubborn. Then I thought of involving a third party. So I contacted my boss's boss and I told him my dilemma. He understood. And he swiftly removed my boss from the project and asked that his attention was required in much more complex project. Conflict resolved. The next day when I went to the office, the laptop wasn't working properly. So I called up the IT department. The IT department sent a technician to help me out with it. Now that technician was a bit angry, agitated, and annoyed from the very beginning. I wanted to teach him a lesson, but I didn't react. During our lunchtime, I saw him mostly contemplating on a chair. I thought that I should go and ask what was the reason. So when I went there and asked, he said that he is having tough times with his family and he was immediately filled with tears. So I empathized with his situation. I understood that he needed a friend to talk to. He needed someone who would listen to him. So I became that friend to him that day. My younger sister has taught me 2 conflict resolution techniques. One is being empathetic towards other, and second, involving a third party when things become out of your control. Thanks to my angelic younger sister, I am blessed to have her. No, not everyone is so lucky. Do you have a sibling Toastmaster of the day?
Thank you, Toastmaster Anurag. Yes, I do have siblings, 2 in fact, but both brothers. I don't have a sister. That was an amazing speech. Very, very well done. Friends, when I asked Toastmaster Anurag to tell me his dreams, he said that he has frequent dreams of driving a Lamborghini. I hope this dream comes true for you, Anurag, Toastmaster Anurag. And I'm sure many Toastmasters here have the same dream. Next in the agenda is the section that most Toastmasters look forward to, the impromptu speech section or the table topic section. When I asked the table topic master to tell me her dreams, she said that her dream, that the dream that she most cherishes is the one in which she dreamt about having a transporter mall, like that of Porky in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, and spending the Christmas evening near Rockefeller Center in New York, and then going to the Bahamas to stay in a strange island in a treehouse built 2,000 feet above the ground, and thereafter going on a cruise on Brahmaputra. I wonder how small her world is, and I'm sure that in the time of COVID, that is the best way to travel, in our dreams. Now it's time to hand over the mic to a world traveler, our table topic master for today, Toastmaster Mridula Sengupta. Toastmaster Mridula, the mic is yours.
Mridula, you are muted.
I'm sorry. Thank you for letting me know. So can we have a huge round of applause for an amazing and vivacious Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Panare. So welcome everybody, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, to the most amazing and the most interesting part of any Toastmasters meeting, because here you can dream, you can imagine your topics, and you can travel anywhere to anywhere in the world which you want. To make this session successful, we have a couple of rules, and for the benefit of the guests and Toastmasters, I would like to mention those rules to you. The first rule is, Madam Timer, please note that the time limit for this session is 1 to 2 minutes, in which you'll be showing the green card at 1 minute, the yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and the red card at 2 minutes. And there will be a grace period of 30 minutes on the upper side. So you have to speak more than 1 minute, but limit your thoughts to 2.5 minutes. Guests will have the opportunity to choose a second topic. Unfortunately for the members, you have to be as imaginative as you can with your first topic. I'll repeat the topic only once. So in totality, you'll be hearing the topic only twice. Please do not prompt or type anything on the chat box while the speaker is on stage, while you may do so while we request or while we invite any speakers on the stage. Guests are most welcome to participate in this session, and I would urge everybody to use the wonderful word of the day, contemplate, so that you can get 1 brownie point from our grammarian, Toastmaster Ashutosh. So let's start with the session, and I would like all of you to volunteer by either raising your hand or typing in your interest to come up with a table topic in the chat box. You can direct it to me, or you can direct it to everyone. So who would like to come up for the first session? And I would request all the role players to let the other speakers and the guests to also come up and volunteer for the topic, while I would also love all of you to join us. So who would like to come up? I see Toastmaster Rupesh raising his hand. I see Toastmaster Vishesh. Anybody else who would like to, share your interest in the chat box? You can direct it to me or in the, yes. Okay, so let's start with Toastmaster Rupesh, Dr. Rupesh. So Dr. Rupesh, your topic is, and I would request Toastmaster Krishnesh to help me with the volunteers. And if you could kindly let me know who all are volunteering, that would be great.
Will do. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so Toastmaster Rupesh, your topic is, it goes in 3, 2, 1, and here you go. Vision without action is a daydream. Vision without action is a daydream. Dr. Rupesh.
Very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and the guest. Vision without action is a dream, a daydream. I completely believe on this. Just remember your childhood when you got born. Your mother, father already made the vision, how you will become one day. I can tell you my case. When I got born, I was the first boy kid after a lot of sisters, elder sisters. My father dreamed one day he will become IAS officer. He made his strategy. I completed my 10th. I wanted to become lawyer. One day my father came. He told, no, you need to become IAS. You can become IPS. You need to go to Patna, do this coaching and all. He made his plan. But the thing is, that was not sufficient. I think till that time, the movie called Three Idiots was not there. He was trying to push his thought process in me. And because he made the strategy, but my interest was somewhere else, so it was like a daydream. My dear friend, today also, if you want to do something in advanced world, you need to make strategy, how you want to achieve the goal. Say, for example, currently COVID-19, what happened? Our country, India, made a strategy. Lockdown 1, 2, 3, 4. Even cases are increasing, but we are way safer than the other countries. Otherwise, if you think about the other countries, they are just daydreamer. They are thinking it will over one day because they don't have strategy. Currently, we have strategy. We are moving towards that, and we will get success. Definitely, you need to plan, either in a personal life or professional life. Otherwise, it's a daydreamer in the closed eyes, because I believe any dream you will see from your open eyes, definitely it will get fulfilled, because you will make strategy, you will make vision, one day you will achieve. Thank you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rupesh, for sharing your take on the topic. Can we have the round of applause for Toastmaster Rupesh, please? And Toastmaster Shilpa, I would like to ask, could you please show the timing cards and could you please show the different green, red, and yellow cards as we move on? Toastmaster Shilpa, can we have a confirmation from you?
I have showed a yellow card and green card and red card.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. So moving on, who would like to come up with the next topic?
It was not seen, right? The cards.
Yeah, the
different
timer
color
cards were not seen.
Right.
Toastmaster Shilpa.
I thought that maybe I could have missed it.
Your timer cards were not changed. It stayed on gray.
No, I have done green. I don't know if it was shared by you all or not, but showing me that I'm sharing it.
No, it is not changing from gray, so you need to do something.
Right now it's green in my screen.
Okay, so Toastmaster Shilpa, what I would like to suggest is you exit the share screen option. Right now, you can go to this green card and then share the screen. You can go to the green slide and then share your screen.
Can you see now?
Absolutely, that's right.
Can wait. Is the card changing?
Yes. Now we are being able to see it absolutely perfectly. Now I would request everybody to kindly pin the timer so that if you come up as a speaker on the podium, you are notified that Toastmaster Shilpa is flashing the different timer cards. Thank you. So the next participant for the table topics, who would like to come up? I see Toastmaster Ashutosh, Toastmaster Mehul. Can I have a guest, please? Any guest who would like to volunteer? Do we have Toastmaster? Do we have guest Nidhi with us?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Nidhi, would you like to come up for the next topic?
Yes, ma'am. My vocabulary is actually not so good, but I will try.
Not an issue. Not an issue. Okay. So, guest Nidhi, your topic for the day goes in 3, 2, 1, and here you go. What is that morning dream you want to come true? What is that morning dream you want to come true? So, guest Nidhi.
At first, very good evening to all of you, and thank you, ma'am, for giving me such an opportunity. For a dream, at first, I want to say that what is the dream? We all knows about our former president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam said, dreams is not what you see in the sleep. Dream is the thing which doesn't let you sleep. So I do not believe in that dreams which I saw in my while I am in sleeping. So for this, my dream of life is that I want to become a successful chartered accountant, and with this, I must want to become a good person. And my parents, my grandfathers also said to me, at first you should be a good person, and for achieving your dream, they taught me always the 4 pillars of life, and those 4 pillars for me is and those 4 pillars are at first we should have a dream that we really wanted to be, because people have so many dreams and they always confused on this what really they wanted to be. So first pillar of dream is we should always have a dream that we really wanted to be, and second, adjust your life as necessary, and third one is that set a deadline, and fourth one is that stay focused on your dream. So I always wanted to be a good person at first in my life, and then I wanted to be a successful chartered accountant in my life. That's all. Thanking you. Thank you to the table topic master.
Thank you so much, Nidhi. Thank you so much, Nidhi, for sharing your take on the topic. But Toastmaster guest Nidhi, your topic was what will be that morning dream which you would like to come true, right? So if you could have talked about that particular dream which which you might have had, a very weird dream or a very special dream which you treasure or which you cherish. So all the best for the future and hope to see you
Actually,
back.
I was forgotten my topic.
Okay, not an issue. You can always come back next time. Okay, so who would like to come up with the next topic? Can you please share your interest in the chat box? I've got some requests, but I would request the members who have not taken up any role today to come up for the table topic round.
We can give a shot to Mehul, or we
Yes.
can have our table topics champion Vishesh
Yes,
or
so
Ashutosh.
let's go with Mehul. Yes, let's go with Mehul. So Mehul, do we have you with us? I think he has left. Okay, so let's go with a guest from the club who has been a president and who has been a very dedicated member of the community. So let me invite to you on stage Toastmaster Shaurya Roy. Can we have you, Toastmaster Shaurya? Do we have you with us? Could you please unmute yourself? Okay, we do not have Toastmaster Shaurya with us. Okay, so I saw Toastmaster. Okay, so Ashutosh, would you like to give it a shot for the next topic?
Yes, happy to do it.
Yes. So Ashutosh, your topic is.
Ridula, 1 second. Could you just check with the timer what's happening once again?
All right. So Shilpa, can you please share your screen again? Can you please change the timer cards?
Or instead of going to the full screen PPT mode, we can just have her go from one slide to the other from the left hand side.
All right, let's do one thing. Let me share the topic without sharing my screen. So I think that will be easier for her. Try to change the topic.
Actually, I don't know. Is there any net? Hello?
Yes.
Is there any internet connection problem?
Okay.
See my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen, Shilpa, but can you please change the timing cards?
Can you see now?
Yes, we can see it. Okay.
I'll show like this only then.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Shilpa. Okay, so the next topic for you, Ashutosh, is what will you do if you are rich beyond your dreams? What will you do if you are rich beyond your dreams? Toastmaster Ashutosh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mridula, for sharing this topic, which is so near to my heart. I really think it's going to be very, very difficult for me to be rich beyond my dreams, because my dreams of rich is very, very big as far as I understand. And so far, no one on at least this planet Earth has achieved that target. Maybe Jeff Bezos will achieve that target of being a trillionaire very, very soon. But I really wish that I am going to cross our Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos, and then once that dream comes true, for me, this money or this being rich is just a small part of my life in terms of achievement. As Shweta spoke when she started the session, she said that life is made out of 5 things. I don't exactly remember all those 5 points which she talked about, but this success or money was a ball which was made of rubber. So for me, being rich with money is just one part of that in my life, but there are other targets in which I will also like to be rich in my life, and those includes the richness in my with my loved ones, richness in terms of the spiritual levels which I achieve, and richness in terms of what I can contribute back to my nation and the society. So if I am able to achieve all those richness, the first thing which I believe I'm going to do is come back and try and give it back to the society in the best possible way I can. So thanks so much. Thank you so much,
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashutosh, for the wonderful topic. Can we have a round of applause for Toastmaster Ashutosh, please? Yes, so thank you so much for letting us know how important it is to concentrate or to focus on the richness of dreams and the richness of enrichment of the richness of experiences and the love which we have for our loved ones. So thank you so much. Moving on to the next speaker, Toastmaster Krish, who is the next speaker, who is volunteer.
It's guest Pratiti.
Yes. So Pratiti, do we have you with us? Do you kindly unmute yourself?
Yes, ma'am, you have.
Yes. So Pratiti, your topic for the day is, just a moment. If you can dream it, you can do it. If you can dream it, you can do it. Guest Pratiti.
Hello, everyone. So I had a weird dream once in my childhood that I was skiing over the Atlantic. Ma'am, can I start once more?
Yes, Pratiti.
Yes, ma'am. Dreams, I maintain that dreams are a very integral part of our life. Whatever we want to achieve is just a manifestation of the process of our dreams. From my childhood, I had always dreamed of being a doctor, saying my mother. But as I grew up, my priorities changed. My viewpoints underwent a complete transformation. Viewpoints underwent a complete transformation, and I changed my favorite career option from the medical to engineering. But in the end, I achieved nothing because I had only undertaken a step towards the achievement. I had not dreamt about it. I had not dreamt about being an engineer, but I had only taken all the coachings, all the material, and also, in my opinion, you need to dream to become an achiever. If you don't dream it, you won't be able to achieve it, as dreams are the stepping stones towards the achievement of your goals in life. And ma'am, I'm done.
Thank you so much, Pratiti. That was a wonderful take on the topic. So good job on that, and keep coming on the podium as much as you can. So who would like to come up for the next topic? Okay, I've received some yes. I've received some requests on the personal chat as well. Okay, so next up, let me invite to all of you with a huge round of applause, Toastmaster Mehul. So Toastmaster Mehul, your topic is, what would you do if you find everyone else is a zombie when you wake up in a dream? What would you do if you find everyone else is a zombie when you wake up in your dream? Toastmaster Mehul.
If I wake up and I find that each and every one of you is a zombie, I would feel that I am the most luckiest person in the world. I am not a zombie like you all are. That would be something which is really unique, which I will have. As you know, human beings, Homo sapiens, are the most intelligent species on Earth. Zombies won't be, right? So obviously, I will feel proud when I am the human being and you all are zombies. There are times when we all look up to our strengths and weaknesses, but there are only few of us who can leverage on our strength and ignore or work upon our weaknesses to make them our strengths. So that ability of improving myself will be only unique to me and not with the zombies. If others would be zombie all around, I would obviously like to make a movie of a zombie, right? Because everyone else is zombie and I can make a movie out of it. I would not have to worry about food, which I really love. Whether I'm having a samosa or a pizza, I'm sure zombies are not very hungry because they are already dead or they are ghosts, someone like that. I'm sure they don't feel so hunger. Next, what I would love is I can also open up a club of Toastmasters of zombie. Yes, you heard it right. A zombie Toastmasters club is what I will make up when I wake up and see that everyone else is a zombie. So, dear friends, dear not so zombie people, if I wake up someday and I see all of you becoming a zombie, be ready for a zombie Toastmasters club in near future. And I'm sure you all would support and become a member of that. What do you feel, Table Topic Master?
Thank you so much, Mehul, for giving the brilliant take on the topic. I mean, as I know you are a great foodie, so I was contemplating that you will be having food in your topics in some way or the other. So thank you for the topic. Can we have a round of applause? So who would like to come up for the next topic?
Guest Prasenjit is an option.
Yes. So guest Prasenjit, would you like to come up for the next topic? Please
Yeah,
unmute
ma'am.
yourself. Yes. Okay. So Prasenjit, your topic for the day is okay. So your topic would be, what would a holiday beyond your wildest dreams look like? What would a holiday beyond your wildest dreams look like? Please share with us. Guest Prasenjit.
Good evening, ma'am. I want my topic is my holiday, my luckiest holiday. I think so.
Yes, your dream holiday. What would your dream holiday look like?
Ma'am, I want to go at Okinawa. It is in Japan, and it is the birthplace of karate. So I want to go there and meet new people who are master of karate till now. So I want to learn from them huge. There's more. Learn. I want to learn from them and improve my strategy for being for make my dream more success. I play Olympic Games in after pandemic. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
I
Prasenjit.
don't want to speak anymore.
Thank you, Prasenjit. That was a good shot. So hope to see you more in the future sessions, and hope that you will try your level best to come up for each and every table topic and give your best, just like you did today. So let's call our last speaker for the day. Who would like to come up? Yes, I have received. Okay.
Yes, guest Keshav is an option.
Yes, Keshav is there. Keshav, do we have you with us? Yes. Hi, Keshav.
Yes, Mridula.
Yes.
Yeah, hi.
Okay. So, Keshav, tell me your weirdest dream that you have.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Mridula, for giving me this opportunity. For this, first of all, you have to define what is weird, because that can be subjective to everyone. For me, weird would be like I have a dream, with my college buddy, I want to go on a trekking. Like the last time we did try it, but it didn't went well. Actually, we were like 4 people, but one of them fell asleep, one of them fell sick, so we have to get back. So for me, I would like to really go to a place like for me, I would really like to go on some kind of mountain, maybe climb Everest if that's possible. So that's something. That's something weird that I would actually like to do. And apart from that, sorry, I'm stammering. It's the first time actually. So I'll So apart from that, so that's all. Thank you. Maybe I'll try later. Sorry. Just a second.
Yeah, you can try. You can try to go on. It's absolutely okay.
Okay. So yeah. So what I was telling that weird can be different for different people. For some of you, there are many things that you would actually want to do, but you have not been able to do till now. Maybe some of you want to go on a dream holiday. Maybe some of you want to go on a beach or something, but could not been there. So for me, my weird dream would be like to climb Everest, and I literally mean that. Because the last time that I tried the trekking and the failure of it, it really disappointed me a lot. And I really think that in the future I would be able to do it, and with the same people that I tried the last time. So that's something weird. That's something that I would actually want to do. Thank you, Toastmaster Mridula.
Thank you for sharing your personal take and your personal dreams. And I hope and I believe that you will definitely, make this dream come true of going to the top of the mountains, of going to Mount Everest. So all the best for that. And thank you everyone for volunteering actively. And I have had so many requests. So we would love to have you with us in the future sessions as well, so that you can come up more and more in the table topics round. So thank you so much. And now I would like to say that dreams and imaginations are the fuel which drive you. And I believe that we can welcome back the driver and the host at the master ceremonies of our meeting, the Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Panna Rashmi Ray, on the virtual platform. Over to you, Toastmaster Panna. Can we have a huge round of applause for all the table topic speakers, and welcome Toastmaster Panna.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mridula. Your topics were amazing. It put all the speakers at ease and everyone attended. Well done. Kudos to you. Well, friends, my role for today has come to an end. I hoped you all loved listening to everyone's dreams. It's time now to start the third segment of our meeting. So let me hand over the mic to the very capable hands of our general evaluator, Toastmaster Seema. Toastmaster Seema, the mic is yours. Toastmaster Shilpa, could you please stop sharing the screen? And let's hand over the virtual stage to thank you, Toastmaster Shilpa. Hand over the stage to the general evaluator, Toastmaster Seema. Thank you.
A huge round of applause, please, for Toastmaster Panna. And such a dreamy session we had today. The very second meeting of Virtual Masters, and nothing could have been an amazing topic than, an amazing theme than dreams, because we are our dreams. We are here today because of our dreams. And thank you so much, Toastmaster Panna, for taking time out and joining us today with this very, very interesting and special theme. So I'm back again with the evaluation. I would like to now move on, as we have quite a bit going in the evaluation section. First of all, I would like to call upon the first evaluator, Toastmaster Vishesh Mehra, who will evaluate Toastmaster Amrish Bhavania's speech. Toastmaster Vishesh, if you could kindly go ahead with your evaluation.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening once again, one and all present here. This speech was filled with emotions and stories, and it was something that in a way captivated each and everybody. Toastmaster Amrish, kudos to you for being such an amazing storyteller, telling us the beautiful story of the two blessings that came into your life and how they changed your life and everything around you. First thing I would like to say is that personal stories are something which are extremely effective. If you talk about somebody else's story, and people may have heard that person's story before, it may not be that effective. But here we want to hear more about you, Toastmaster Amrish, and that was a job very well done. Your emotions were on point. You could see the fatherly emotions boiling up while you were speaking about the birth of your daughters and how you love them. And I love that one line which you said, that you don't know about Raymond, but these two blessings made you a complete man. It absolutely touched my heart. The title, My Two Blessings, was also on point. So Toastmaster Amrish out here, job very, very well done. But I have a few suggestions for you. Toastmaster Amrish, you looked nervous from the time you came onto the stage. And there's only one solution for this nervousness, which is to practice more. The more you practice, the more confidence you'll have in yourself, and the more better you will be able to speak. Hence, practice will also help you improve with the eye contact, because you were looking here, you were looking there, trying to recall your speech. So Toastmaster Amrish, practice a bit more. The speech will come across very, very well. The second thing is that you had one crush gesture. Your one hand was stuck to your side and the hand gestures was from the other hand. Toastmaster Amrish tried to complement your content with your hand gestures. Your crush gesture, it was a bit distracting. If you use both your hands in a constructive manner, your point will come across better. And it will be better for the audience to look at. So all in all, Toastmaster Amrish, you had a wonderful speech, amazing story. You inspired each and every one of us with your beautiful emotions. Just work on your crush gestures, your eye contact, and practice a bit more. I am sure you can do a much, much better job. So keep on improving and keep on speaking. Back to you, General Evaluator.
A huge round of applause, please, for Toastmaster Vishesh. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vishesh, for your evaluation, and thank you for using the CRC approach, the commendation, recommendation, and commendation. You brought out all valid points, and I don't think there's anything else that I want to advise you about, except you went well with the summary as well. If you could have just added a little more finesse towards it, it could have been an overall great speech. Toastmaster Amrish, what a beautiful story. Personal story, two blessings. There's nothing more touching than a personal story. You can talk for 5 to 7 minutes or even more than that, and anybody and everybody can relate to what you were saying. I agree totally with all the recommendations that Toastmaster Vishesh has given. Just to add on to it, I agree that you appeared a bit nervous, but there is, there's nothing wrong in that, except like how Toastmaster Vishesh said, the more you practice, the less nervous you will be. And one thing is, especially in this virtual medium, there is little contact. There is no contact or sight with a person, your audience. So we would all like to see the emotions that you're feeling. The birth of your daughter, try and avoid monotone or a flat tone. As if you were just expressing a series of events that happened in your life. So if you could add a little more emotion and joy where joy is required, or whether a little bit of anger or sadness, just express it. And it will make your speech a very, very fulfilling one. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Amrish. What a fabulous speech. Next, I would like to invite the second evaluator, Toastmaster Nithya Bairagi, to kindly evaluate Toastmaster Anurag Jain. Toastmaster Nithya, please.
Very good evening, General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and particularly Anurag Jain. Toastmaster Anurag, as per the project, you have perfectly fulfilled your project, which demands 3 main things in this project: that understanding the conflict, well-organized speech, and your personal experience of resolving the conflict. Serially, in 2008, when you were watching the World Champion Wrestling, on that time, your sister came and changed the channel. So first conflict came on that time. Then the second, 18th birthday of your sister, then your sister demanded to know the driver of the car, but somehow you disagreed, and on that time conflict came. Third, in your workplace, some of the incidents happened with your boss on that time you tackled and the conflict came on that time. Fourth, the problem with your laptop, and then you build the relationship with that person and somehow you resolve that conflict. So this shows the speech was very well organized. That is kudos to you. Number two, I like the call to action. That means every speech there should be a good message which should be taken away by the audience. The good message which you provided, that number one, when the conflict is out of your control, involve third party. Good. Number two, when the conflict is with your control, on that time, you should be contemplate about empathization. These two messages which I am taking from your speech. And the third, which I like the most, that your gestures. Many a time you use the proper gestures, like when you sang, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. Another time, when the first time when your sister was changing the channel, on that time you were crying, your father came, gave you the dairy milk. On that time, you use your voice as well as your gestures, body movement. But I know, Toastmaster Anurag, you are a very good speaker, but now there is a time you should be a greater speaker. Here are some recommendations for you. The first one, that is, I must tell you, you need to focus on your title. See, your speech objective, focus or demands, your speech should be that conflict related. You understanding the conflict or personal experience of resolving the conflict. But it doesn't mean that everybody who has the siblings, only they have the problem, they have the conflict. Those who doesn't have the siblings, they also have the different type of conflict. They have also faced. So you have to think in a different way of title, how it can match with the conflict. Number two, many a time you use your voice modulation. On that time, you can use your prop. When you are crying, on that time, you can use your prop. Or maybe when you are showing your birthday, you can show the dairy milk. That is very easy. All in all, it was a very nice speech. Only if you take care of these two things, your speech would be in greater height, I'm sure, and you will be a greater speaker in near future. Over to General Evaluator.
Huge round of applause, please, for Evaluator Toastmaster Nithya. What a crisp evaluation, very specific points, and you took the CRC approach, but I think the only factor was the time factor. You probably was not able to wrap up the summary of your content towards the end. Anyways, I really appreciate the points that you have pointed out. You went in very specifically. And just to add to Toastmaster Nithya, Toastmaster Anurag, you had an excellent demonstration of your actions along with your speech. Personal topic, again, is fantastic. Do you have a sibling? And everybody can relate to that. And you brought the conflict that you wanted to challenge, the conflict that that you had, and how you had to bring a third person in to solve that conflict. You had excellent emotional exchange. You had a lot of gestures, a lot of actions. You utilized the space in front of you. Everything was perfect. However, a slight recommendation which I would have is, you are after all talking about your sister, and no matter, even if it is in a joke, you do not call your sister demonic. Okay, because it might not, you might have said it as a joke, but then not everybody is going to relate very well to that. So because you do not know your audience as a whole. So if you could just curb on those things, or even if you use the word demonic, you could probably do an aside. I don't mean it seriously, or something like that. So that is about the only recommendation that I have for you. Kudos to you. A round of applause, please, for Toastmaster Anurag. Well, next comes the impromptu section. This is fantastic. I just love the impromptu section. And I really appreciate, I'll give Toastmaster Mridula, the table topic master, her evaluation separately, but kudos to you for keeping in with the theme of dreams, Toastmaster Mridula. And you had a great interaction with all the guests as well as the Toastmasters. So first up was your topic for Toastmaster Rupesh. Vision without action is a daydream. Now this is a very, very, a serious topic which everybody can think about and answer. And I think Toastmaster Rupesh also did a fantastic job by bringing in his personal story about what he wanted to be and how his father probably enforced his own dreams onto his son. And then you moved on to the COVID situation. So I think the reason you brought in the COVID situation was to, bring about the fact that we all need to have some strategy, some action, some plan in life. However, I felt that it sort of disrupted your flow on what you were talking about. So in future, if you could just try and handle your speech, like even if it is just a 1 to 2 minute speech, you need to have a proper introduction, a body, and a conclusion. All Toastmasters aim for that, so I'm sure you will also be able to do that. A huge round of applause for Toastmaster Rupesh. The virtual applause or the eco-friendly applause needs to please keep coming in, okay? We would love to see those yellow claps on the screen. Thank you. Next up was guest Nidhi. I'd appreciate, Nidhi, for you to have the courage to come up and to talk, because it means a lot to you for trying to overcome your fear and to speak. It does not matter whether you did not understand the topic initially, but you kept speaking. Now your topic was, what is that morning dream that you want to come true? Which actually means that you must have dreamt several dreams in the morning. And which one of those dreams, like you want to be a dancer or a singer or a CA or whatever it is, which one of it would you have liked to come true? Instead, you went on to explain. You obviously brought in the fantastic words of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. You went on to explain what a dream is, but that was actually a take away from your topic. So next time you try and concentrate on what the topic was about. It is difficult. You might not remember the topic, but just hang on to 2 or 3 key words from that topic and speak about it. So you would end up being a really, really good speaker. A huge round of applause, please, for guest Nidhi for taking the plunge in speaking on this platform. Next up was Toastmaster Ashutosh. You wanted to be how rich beyond your dreams. I think Toastmaster Mridula, I didn't quite catch the title of the topic. If you could please repeat that for me. Toastmaster Mridula, the third topic.
What would you do if you were rich beyond your dreams?
What would you do if you were rich beyond your dreams? Okay, right. Now, Toastmaster Ashutosh obviously said that, like all youngsters do nowadays, this was a topic very close to your heart, because we all aim to be rich, whether it is rich in monetary wise or rich in otherwise, or have a rich life for that matter. And then you started off with how you would have liked to be the CEO of Amazon, and you started quoting examples. I liked your presence of mind. You quoted examples from the Sergeant at Arms from her speech initially at the beginning of this meeting about the several aspects of life. But one thing which I think was you were not able to connect all the dots together, right? So next time you have a topic in front of you, try and pick out the words which really mean a lot to you and you can speak on, and you can have a really good speech. And 1 to 2 minutes is a lot of time to impart your ideas. So just keep that in mind and continue taking the platform, please, in table topics. Huge round of applause, please, for Toastmaster Ashutosh. The yellow palms, please, clapping. Thank you. Next, we have guest Pratiti. Guest Pratiti, she's the second time round over here, and her topic was, if you can dream it, you can do it. So she started out with, guest Pratiti, you started out with a weird dream. I mean, what are weird dreams, and how dreams are an integral part of you, like you can end up being your dream. And how you started talking about how the priorities changed. Like, I think your parents wanted you to become a doctor, but you wanted to become an engineer. And then somewhere in between, you didn't want to become an engineer. And, you know, it was sort of like a merry-go-round with your dreams. I could understand what you were trying to get, and you took all the time that you wanted to speak on the topic. Once again, I just encourage you to try and focus on what the topic is about so that you can relate yourself to the topic. And personal story is always the best way to connect with the audience. So a huge round of applause, please, for guest Pratiti. Thank you. Next was Toastmaster Mehul. Toastmaster Mehul, he is an avid table topic master, so to speak, as not in TTM role, but he is a very good table topic speaker. He has won in the club as well as area level. So I had a lot of expectations for your speech. What would you do if you found everyone a zombie when you woke up? Now, I like the fact that you would think of yourself as very lucky that, okay, you're the only one awake, all human beings, the rest of you all are asleep, and you started moving on to, I felt that you wanted to talk about zombie in general and not as zombies and sleeping. It was a very good take. Like the people around you, everybody is intelligent, but people start walking around like zombies because they don't concentrate or focus on life. I got that you wanted to speak on that, but then you flipped. You flipped and you moved back to food. And you started talking about Toastmasters. You're opening a Toastmasters for the zombie. But as an ACE speaker, I would have thought you would have continued with the generalized thing about the zombie. You could have really made a very good message. You could have sent a very good message to the audience that we all should stop being zombies in life. We might be living, but we are zombies. So that would have been a really good take. In any case, you brought a laugh on everybody's face. So that is a very, very good thing. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mehul. A huge round of applause, please. And then we had guest Prasenjit, who's here as a guest for the first time. What would your dream holiday be like? And he chose an awesome place, Okinawa in Japan. And the reason that he wants to be there is because he wants to probably, learn more about the, I couldn't quite get it, but probably the sport over there. Was he talking about karate? I'm not very sure. But you wanted to try to improve your strategies is what you said. You're starting to becoming a very good speaker. You had a topic with you, you understood what it was, and the key was just to move on to what you were talking about. So I'm sure you'll become a very good speaker if you just keep on coming for, and take part in the table topics. That impromptu speaking is very, very important. A huge round of applause, please, for guest Prasenjit. And last but not the least was another guest Keshav. Your topic was your weirdest dreams. Now, your weirdest dreams, you first started, you started talking about defining dreams. I think you wanted to explain the definition of dreams because weirdest dreams, it can be subjective for anybody, right? Now, in a 1 to 2 minute speech, an impromptu speech, I don't think you need to take time to explain to people what are weird dreams, right? You would just stick on to what was your weirdest dream. You mentioned that climbing Mount Everest was your weirdest dream. Now, I just want to tell you, Keshav, climbing Mount Everest is not a weird dream. It's an amazing dream. I mean, anybody would want to do that, and I would really wish you success in finding that dream. So weird would mean like something really strange, out of the box, like probably you're sinking into a pot of Maggi or something like that. That would be really weird. But this dream is a prize dream, and I hope you really continue your dream of becoming a very good speaker as well. So a huge round of applause to guest Keshav. Now I would like to move on to I would like to move on to my musketeers with their individual reports. So first I would like to call on the timer, Toastmaster Shilpa, to kindly hand in your report. Toastmaster Shilpa.
Hello everyone. Toastmaster Amrish took 6.43 seconds. Toastmaster Anurag took 7.28 seconds. For table topics, Toastmaster Rupesh took 2 minutes 14 seconds. Toastmaster Nidhi took 1 minute 37 seconds. Toastmaster Ashutosh took 2 minutes 1 second. Toastmaster Pratiti took 1 minute 12 seconds. Toastmaster Mehul took 2 minutes 5 seconds. Toastmaster Prasenjit took 1 minute 17 seconds. And Toastmaster Keshav took 1 minute 55 seconds. Evaluators, Toastmaster Vishesh took 2 minutes 52 seconds. Toastmaster Nitya took 3 minutes 27 seconds.
So are all the speakers qualified for voting, Toastmaster
Yes.
Shilpa?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much for your comprehensive report. A huge round of applause, please, for timer Shilpa. Next, I would like to have our counter, Toastmaster Krishnesh. Could you please give in your report?
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. For those who thought I was joking when I said I would be a heartless R counter, I warned you. So to start off, on a good note, Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Shweta had no R's, ums, no crutch sounds or crutch words in her speech. Toastmaster of the Day Panna had a couple of R's. Timer Shilpa had a couple of R's during her timer report in the beginning. Toastmaster Krish had a few R's, but that was because he was explaining it to the audience what not to do. Grammarian Ashutosh had a single R. Speaker 1, Toastmaster Amrish, had 4 long pauses, a repetition at the beginning of a sentence, 1 so and 1 but. Evaluator for Speaker 1, Toastmaster Vishesh, had 1 long pause, 1 and a couple of so's. Speaker 2, Toastmaster Anurag, had 3 long pauses, 4 repetitions in the beginning of sentences. Evaluator for Speaker 2, Toastmaster Nitya, had 2 R's and a couple of long pauses, and a few repeats in the beginning of the sentences. Toastmaster Mridula, as table topic master, had 4 R's and a 1 long pause, a repeat, and a so. Table topic speaker 1, Toastmaster Rupesh, had 1 long pause and 1 repetition, along with you know and the use of and all. Guest Nidhi had 4 R's, a repeat, 6 ands, 4 so's, and 1 like that. Toastmaster Ashutosh had 5 R's, 2 R's, 5 repeats, 2 ands, 3 so's during his table topics attempt. Pratiti Guest and Guest Keshav had both a handful of R's, a couple of ums, and few repetitions in the sentences along with long pauses during their attempt at table topics. And to end it with the general evaluator, Toastmaster Seema, because you have been taking the screen for so long, I'm really sorry that I had to actually be heartless here. You had just enough R's to fit my fingers in my hand. You had a couple of ums and ahs. You had 3 long pauses, a few repeats, a couple of ands and a couple of so's, and 2 rights. Back to you, General Evaluator. Thank you.
A huge, huge round of applause, please. I don't mind even if you unmute yourselves, because I told you in the beginning, we should be really aware, and now I'm really going to be aware. I didn't even realize I had so many crutch words. Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Krishnesh. Last but not the least, my favorite fact, the grammarian. If you could please kindly give me your report, Toastmaster Ashutosh. Toastmaster Ashutosh?
Sorry. Thank you, Toastmaster Seema ji. The good news is that our total usage of word of the day and the creative usage of the words combined is more than the total possible improvements which we can bring in. So as a team, I think there were like 12 possible improvements which I identified, and the word of the day today was used 9 times by all of us. If we look at the leaders board, this word of the day most of the times was used by the grammarian, which is me, and since I gave this word, I had this convenience of using it multiple times. And then in terms of the detail, if I can kind of go in, the word of the day were used by Toastmaster of the Day Panna, by speaker Amrish, by my banker friend Anurag, evaluator Nityaji, and also table topic master Mridula. In terms of improvement, I just thought that there are a few places where we can improve the pronunciation. So when Amrish ji, Toastmaster Amrish ji talked about like used this word woman, and probably he used grafting. I was not able to hear that properly, but I kind of thought that they could have been pronounced better. There were few words used, probably grammatically incorrect. So things like meted, it need to be met. Thing probably will be thing. Then apart from that, there were three very good creative usage by him. Overwhelmed me with joy, gorgeous. These two blessings made me a complete man. So they were really interesting and creative use of the phrase, in my opinion. Then evaluator Toastmaster Vishesh used this more better, which I think is probably incorrect grammar. It just need to be better. And then there was one very creative use of word, which was captivated. Then coming on next to Speaker Anurag, I was not able to see any mistakes. There were a few very creative usage, which I really liked. Things like got my silence with it, use of word fraternity. He used this word empathetic multiple times, dilemma, and angelic. So these were very, very interesting. Then evaluator Nitya ji used a few, there were a few grammatical errors which I was able to understand, where he said that sister was changed the channel. So probably grammatically not correct. Should be a greater speaker. I think it need to be can be a better speaker rather than greater speaker. So probably this doesn't go well with being speaker. Different way of title can probably be expressed in a better way. Different title or use title in a different way. And then Toastmaster Dr. Rupesh, just a few things which I was able to see in terms of grammatical error. You said that how will you become one day, and then it will be it will over one day. So probably this is where grammatically things were not correct. We can improve ourselves and make ourselves grammatically better. In terms of creative usage, our guest table topic speaker 2 had a very good usage of Dr. Kalam's phrase. And then there were a few very interesting words used by other table topic speakers like Pratiti and Nehul. So things like manifestation, and then words like strategy. So they were very interesting and very good. So finally, I just want to confess one thing. Even in my rarest of the rare dream, I didn't contemplate that I will play the role of grammarian, especially after seeing the exemplary performance of Toastmaster Panna in the last session. I actually contemplated about taking up this role only after my dear Krish nudged me and messaged me to take it up. So thanks, Krish, for encouraging and giving this opportunity. Over to you, General Evaluator Seema ji.
Thank you so much. A very, very comprehensive guide, the Grammarian's Guide. And we have got to know about everybody's performance and their grammar. So I think it's time that we buck up on our grammar, right? Okay, thank you so much for that, all the musketeers who have helped me out. And now I'll go on to the individual evaluations of the role players, as in the table topic master, Toastmaster Mridula. It was a fantastic choice of theme that you continued with the dream theme, and you went on to you went on to give out topics that were concerned with dreams. However, I would recommend if you could make your topics a little smaller so that people can remember, because most of them were a little longer. So by the time we understand the first part, we would probably, forget the second part and things like that. So if you just focus on that. And one more thing that I really appreciated was your presence of mind in wanting to help out the timer. You understood that there was something wrong with the timer cards being shown up, and you offered to help, and that was that was a really good way to settle things down. A huge round of applause, please, for Toastmaster Mridula. Next, of course, is our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Panna. There is nothing else that I can say about you, but then it was a very fantastic approach, and the way you connected, and each and every role player, whoever came on to the stage to speak, you found out about their dreams and you made it a really good way, to interact and understand, because we are all great dreamers no matter what. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Panna, for that beautiful, beautiful session. And as the general evaluator, I can take my evaluations offline. I really would wish if each one of you give me as many recommendations as possible. And the meeting as a whole, of course, it was a very well coordinated and conducted meeting. The Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Shilpa, we started off a few minutes late today, but I can understand that. However, I would recommend that we do not make that a habit. I also liked the way you started out the meeting. You set a tone, a punch to the meeting, that we all need to, think about a lot of aspects in our life. That was very, very well done. A huge round of applause to the Sergeant at Arms. And I think there is one point which I need to make is that on this platform, we are all Toastmasters or guests. We do not come with a G along with it, okay? So kindly avoid using that. You're either Toastmaster Seema or you do not become Toastmaster Seema G, however much you respect, because that Toastmaster itself is a very respectable term, okay? So a huge round of applause to all the members and the guests and the role players. And since we need to move on, you are moving back to the president again. So I would like to just make a statement that which I forgot to make, in fact, in the beginning of the meeting. Like each and every meeting is being recorded by our secretary, Toastmaster Shalu Gupta. And she has circulated the moments of the meeting, last meeting, meeting number 1, into the group. And I'm sure all of you have been through it. So do I consider the minutes passed? Has anybody any objection? No, okay, thumbs up, fine, that's
Yes.
great. Right. Now, but before I go on to the awards and all that, I would like to make an announcement, please. I would request each and every one of you to save the date, June 18th. It's going to be a very special meeting that day. All details will be shared soon, but then just remember June 18th in the evening. Okay, so save the date for that. I love keeping the suspense on, and I can see the suspense faces also, but you need to bear with us and just go along with the flow. I would like some guest feedback, please. I hope the guests are still here. Guest Sangeeta, if you could please give us some feedback.
Hello everyone. Yeah, it is a very good session. I have gone through it. It is a very effective and good session. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Hope you come in for as many meetings as you can over
Yes,
here.
ma'am.
Right.
Oh.
Next, guest Keshav. I don't know, you were not introduced in the beginning of the meeting, but everybody heard you speak. So if you could just introduce yourself once and how you came to know about our club.
Thank you, Toastmaster Seema. Actually, I came to know about this club while I was in Kolkata. I had a few friends who were a part of this club. And for this overall session today, it was really a great opportunity for me to speak in front of you distinguished Toastmasters. And I would like to hope to continue.
Yes, thank you so much. Next is guest Nidhi.
Hello, ma'am. It was a very amazing for me, and I will try to more and more participate on it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Toastmaster Shaurya. Is he here or has he left? I think he has left, right?
Yeah, he's not in the room anymore.
Okay, fine. Okay. So now without much ado, I think we can go on to the awards. Everybody keeps waiting for this.
Toastmaster Seema, some more guests are also there. I think they can also give the also.
Okay, okay. So I'm so sorry. Like
No, it's okay. And apart from that, if they at the time of speaking, if they on their video, they will get confidence of speaking in front of the others. So it will be better. If network is not problem, they can just switch on the video and.
As well. Yes. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nitya.
Yeah.
Toastmaster, sorry. Guest present.
Pratiti is there.
Yeah, hi sir. It was a very insightful experience and I gained a lot from it. It was a pleasure to hear you all talk. And that's what I have to say.
don't seem to be seeing. Okay, Nidhi, guess Nidhi, did she? All right, I think he has. Are there any more guests whom I've missed out? If you could please switch on your video, and you please don't feel shy. Okay, I guess maybe everybody will come in the next meeting and make themselves more vocal and visible, right? Okay, now let's go on with the awards. The best role player in the category of the timer, the R counter, and the grammarian. Any guesses?
Grammarian.
Grammarian. Okay, you need to guess better. The man who really slaughtered us with our R's and ums and ers was Mr. Nish. A huge round of applause, please. A really huge round, because very comprehensive report. The best table topic speaker. Any guesses? Okay, we Toastmasters are not good at guessing, maybe, but you could try. Toastmaster Dr. Rupesh. Round of applause for Toastmaster Rupesh, the best table topic speaker. Great. Next, we have the best evaluator. You can guess.
Toastmaster Vishesh.
Toastmaster Vishesh, very well done. Huge round of applause, please. Toastmaster Vishesh, I hope you're there. Very comprehensive evaluation, thank you. Now, in the category of the table topic master, the general evaluator, and the Toastmaster of the day, who do you think has got the award?
Toastmaster of the day.
Then?
Evaluator.
It is the table topic master. Table topic master, Toastmaster Mridula. Huge round of applause, please. Thank you. And the best speaker. That is the final award, last and final award. Very important.
Anurag.
Huge round of applause, please, for Toastmaster Anurag. Well, Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, guests, everybody present here, I would like to thank you so much for joining in for the second meeting of Virtual Masters Club. We are a baby in town, and I would encourage every one of you to kindly join in as many meetings as possible. Spread the message, spread the word, because it is an online club. So I'm sure anybody and everywhere in the world would like to join in. So until we meet again, thank you and good evening. I close the meeting finally.
Group picture, ma'am.
Yes, group picture. For a group picture. Okay, who's going to take the picture?
Mridula.
Okay. You all can, turn on your video so that we can see the faces or the images or whatever. Great. Okay.
The first time we can able to see the teeth of Mridula, because it's always hiding.
Hello.
Okay. So Pratiti, yeah, Keshav, Nidhi, may I please request you to turn on your videos for a final group picture?
Shalu, you can take your baby also. It is free.
He's sleeping. Okay. So, say cheese.
Cheese.
Say Britannia.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you. And I would like the guests also to, I should have mentioned this earlier, but to kindly fill in the, the Google form that we have in the chat box, so then you can give in your feedback on how you like the meeting. Okay, so before you sign off, if we could please do that. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Everyone. Bye.
Have a nice weekend.
Thank you.